I had a parent recently ask, how can I bring more love, fun, and calm into my family? Do you ever feel like this? Do you ever feel like the fun has gone missing from your family? Is the amount of joy that you feel limited to special occasions and times of accomplishment? Do you feel calm and capable in guiding your kids through conflict without using fear, threats, or demands? If you have kids who are chronically uncooperative, defiant, or inflexible, they may be experiencing a persistent state of stress. Now, that can come from a lot of things, but often a cycle of punitive or harsh interactions is responsible. Kids are really resilient when they have supportive relationships, but when those relationships themselves become a source of fear or tension, then kids don't have the flexibility to adapt in the ways that we want them to, because stress makes us stupid and gets us stuck. We often say our kids make us mad, but it's really our mad that is making our kids, shaping their development and their minds to respond in negative environments. Over time, you either get a people pleaser who walks on eggshells trying not to upset anyone or looking for approval in all the wrong places, or you get aggressive kids who are easily set off and openly display just how out of control they feel to manage what is happening to them. We have to look at what we bring to the relationship. Do we bring love, fun, and calm? Or do we tend to run on demands, impatience, sarcasm, judgment, or even permissiveness? Because that is a recipe for disconnection. So how can you bring more fun, love, and joy to build your child's resiliency and establish a sense of calm in your home? My first suggestion is to get your game on. Can you create games out of the limits, chores, and everyday routines? Kids are more likely to do things that they find some satisfaction in, and often your attuned presence is all the motivation they need to find that pleasure and enjoyment. I've been known to sing requests, dance my demands, make a game out of it, opera, rock music, whatever your style. Is your family less dramatic and more rough and tumble? Then tackle aggression and lighten the mood with roughhousing or chasing that ends in cuddles and kisses. Then your requests aren't viewed as nagging, but gentle nudges in the right direction. And more importantly, those nudges say you're off track, but you're not off my list. Being a playful parent brings you influence that you can rely on. Your requests become non-threatening, and when you reduce the amount of threat in your home, you naturally increase the love and fun. So get your game on and find your rhythm by being playful rather than punitive. My next idea is for you to create a unified vision. Calm, mindful reactions develop when kids feel like you are on their side. Taking time to discuss values, rules, and goals together can bring in the team spirit that you want your family to have. I recently watched a movie with my daughter about the Olympic gymnast Gabby Douglas, and what I loved most about the story of her family and how she reached her goals was that her family had created a vision board together. They sat around the table cutting out pictures and sayings, and one of the sayings that they posted at the top of the board was, "Today should always be better than yesterday." It became their unified vision, something that they referred to when things got tough, and no matter what, they would work on making today better than yesterday. Initiating an activity like this with your kids where you decide together on your family code of honor, your family mantra, or value set connects you through the creative process and gives you a visual reminder for when things get difficult. My next tip, learn to wait it out. We usually want to rush into heated conflict and make it stop with lectures, demands, or directing kids when they are already overwhelmed and flooded with emotion. So learn to wait out strong emotions. Punishment, timeout, demands, they don't provide kids with the experience of building better skills because kids are too busy feeling bad about themselves or angry at their parents. That doesn't create the conditions for learning, but waiting it out together does. Learning is social and emotional, so if you're trying to build your child's skills and yours by expanding your tolerance to stress, take the time to resolve strong feelings with listening. If you are feeling punitive, then you're likely overstimulated yourself. So you can say something like, "We're both feeling really upset. We can't stay here like this. Let's go get some space to calm ourselves." Conflict now becomes an opportunity for learning and stabilizing our emotional reactivity together. And finally, reframe with respect. When you respond to anger with anger, you're using your power. But power is short-lived and useless if you're not around to enforce it. When kids hear that you understand their motivations and you notice their feelings, they calm faster and they're easier to soothe. and then they internalize the experiences as safe, making it easier for them to recall on their own when you're not around. So when you hear, "I hate you, you never let me do anything," instead of feeling offended or rushing in to defend the legitimacy of your limits, you can simply reframe what you hear with respect. "My decision feels unfair to you. Sounds like you really want me to know how angry this is making you." Or when you see sibling fighting or hear name calling, just simply reframe what's happening with respect by saying something like, "This is making you both really upset. You wanted to play your drums and you're trying to practice for your school play." Or, "You both have an idea and it isn't working out as you hoped. Sounds like you wanted your sister to really listen to what you had to say." Address any disrespect that you hear once your child has moved through his emotional reaction and is willing and able to move into a reflective state. You can say, "Remember earlier when you said I hate you? I don't think that you meant that, but it does really upset me when I hear it." You likely won't have to say much more than that to start to see genuine remorse in your child, at which point you can move to a resolution that is free of blame, shame, guilt, and fear. Empathy is this amazing human emotion that allows us to reach our kids at the deepest level of understanding. When you walk in someone else's shoes, you see their pain rather than reacting to what you assume about their actions and behaviors. When you create a pattern of safe, not indulgent, but compassionate interactions with your children, the need to discipline disappears, the level of love and fun increases, and your day-to-day interactions bring a sense of calm contentment rather than fear and resentment. Okay, that was my teachable moment for you. So what was your biggest takeaway from today's video? Which strategy are you going to try to implement to bring more love, fun, and calm into your home? I would love to know, and you never know, just by sharing your story, you might just inspire someone else towards making the changes that they were looking for. Now, did you like this video? Because if you did, I would be honored to have you share it with someone that you love or on your favorite social media site, because when you share the love spreads. And for more tips and tools like this, be sure to visit me over at teachthroughlove.com and get on my list for email updates, or you can subscribe right here to YouTube. Thank you so much for watching and for sharing. Until next time, please remember, it's about consciousness, not perfection.